Welcome, dear thrill seekers and the curious, to the realm where the ordinary meets the eerie. Join us around the campfire as we dive into this next tale if you dare. In the realm of 20th century crime, few instances are as mystifying and disconcerting as the unresolved homicide of Karina Holmer. A youthful Swedish au pair who had embraced Boston as her new residence, Karina's destiny descended into a macabre abyss on June 21, 1996, culminating in a nightmarish demise with her body horrendously dismembered. The genuine events of that fateful night continue to shroud Karina's fate in an eerie enigma, compelling. In the realm of American true crime, there are mysteries that baffle the mind, and then there's Karina Holmer's murder. Unlike cases of disappearances or unidentified bodies, Karina's murder feels like it's missing a crucial piece of the puzzle, a linchpin to connect the scattered dots of this senseless crime. On the morning of June 23, 1996, the gruesome discovery was made: the top half of Karina Holmer's lifeless body was found in a dumpster tucked away in an alley near the Zanzibar Club, where she had last been seen. Her discovery was nothing short of serendipitous, as a homeless man rummaging through trash bags stumbled upon her severed torso. The precision with which her body had been expertly dissected sent shivers down the spines of investigators. Only her spine had to be severed to separate her upper torso from the rest. But the most macabre part of this grim tale is that Karina's lower half has never been found. 2 decades have passed, and the chances of discovering it now are slim to none. A sinister theory emerged, linking her murder to a serial killer who had left a trail of terror in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, targeting young, slender, blonde women whom he gruesomely dismembered and discarded in dumpsters. Could it be mere coincidence that Karina's murder mirrored this pattern, or did this Florida fiend venture north to Boston for a weekend of horror? Amidst the swirling theories, one particularly unsettling notion emerged: the suspicion that Karina's employer, her boss, may have played a sinister role in her demise. This chilling theory posits that he allowed Karina to stay in his loft, ostensibly for a clandestine affair. It's alleged that she may have become pregnant, leading her boss to orchestrate her murder and the gruesome removal and destruction of her lower body to eliminate any incriminating evidence. While this theory sounds like a plotline from a dark thriller, in a case where nothing seems to make sense, the unthinkable becomes possible. June 21, 1996, began like any typical Friday night in bustling Boston. Bars were alive with patrons, and the city was teeming with life. Amidst the revelry, Karina and her friends gathered at the loft she frequented on weekends before venturing to the theater district for a night of merrymaking. However, as the night wore on and the bars closed, Karina's movements became a tangled web of sightings and testimonies. Witnesses claimed to have seen her in various locations within the district, but the timeline remained elusive. Did she dance with a homeless man in the street, or did she walk up Tremont Street, past Zanzibar, where her life would ultimately end? Some recall her getting into a car with an enigmatic group, adding another layer of mystery to the night's events. The investigation into Karina's murder has faced insurmountable challenges due to the absence of a traditional crime scene. Despite numerous suspects, there's a frustrating lack of physical evidence typically found at such scenes. The only fragments of clues retrieved were a partial fingerprint discovered in a garbage bag containing her upper body and the rope marks on her neck, indicating strangulation. David Meyer, a partner at the law firm Todd & Weld, described the case as a haunting enigma. There's no crime scene, no definitive answers about how, why, or where she was killed, let alone who perpetrated the crime. The prevailing theory suggests that Karina was kidnapped from one location, met her gruesome fate elsewhere, and was then unceremoniously deposited in the dumpster. The city of Boston teemed with potential suspects. Karina's nights of clubbing led her to interact with numerous people, and several figures were tangentially tied to the case. A man with a dog who sported matching Superman shirts frequented the neighborhood. An electronic musician with a drug problem resided near the spot where her body was discovered, and even her employer, who owned the loft she called home, faced questioning. However, no formal arrests were made, even though another suspect in the case later committed 2 homicides, both involving beheadings. The tragedy that unfolded began with a stroke of luck: Karina's improbable lottery win of $1,500, which prompted her impulsive trip to America. Her journey led her to become an au pair for a Boston family, forging friendships with fellow immigrants who had also found employment in the nanny business. Her employer not only provided her with a job but also offered her respite in his loftery. As we draw the curtains on yet another chilling journey into the depths of the unknown, I want to extend my gratitude to all you brave souls who joined us on this expedition. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. You'll be the first to know when we unearth our next chilling chronicle. Until then, stay curious, stay cautious, and never stop exploring the realms of the macabre and the miraculous. Signing off from Creepy Tales and Curiosities. Remember, the night may be dark, but there's always a story waiting to be uncovered. Good night, and pleasant nightmares.